Caitlin Clark and someone in her camp, father, mother, agent, somebody in her camp is like, hey, the way the WNBA is treating you makes no sense.
Caitlin Clark was supposed to be the face of the WNBA's biggest season ever, but weeks after going down with a groin injury, and now reports of an ankle bone bruise, even her own teammates are confused by the lack of answers. Why so much secrecy? Why is this story being spun into something bigger than basketball? Tonight we pull back the curtain, the injury, the media circus, and the WNBA's fight to define its identity. Clark strained her groin in mid-July. The Indiana Fever ruled her out indefinitely. Then weeks later, word leaked that she'd also suffered an ankle bone bruise. That second injury was never announced at first. Fans only learned about it through insider reports. Why the silence? Coaches say, no timetable. Teammates say, we don't know either. What we're left with is speculation. When a star goes down, teammates usually give clear updates. She'll be back soon, or she's out for the year. Not here. Fever players have admitted that even inside the locker room, the timeline is foggy. This fuels theories. Is Clark being hidden away for safety? Are the Fever playing chess with the season? Or is the league itself keeping things close to the vest? Meanwhile, the WNBA is in the middle of its biggest year ever. Attendance has shattered records. More than 2.5 million fans and counting. TV ratings are up. Jerseys are selling out. And yet, instead of celebrating, the biggest story is mystery and silence around its brightest star. That tension is feeding controversy far outside the basketball court. Here's where the culture wars come in. The WNBA has long positioned itself as the most inclusive professional league in America. Pride nights, LGBT partnerships, and outspoken players are a point of pride. For supporters, that's progress. For critics, it's proof the league is more about politics than basketball. Add Clark, a white Midwestern straight superstar, and suddenly she's painted as an outsider in her own league by the loudest voices online. This culture clash has merged with the mystery of her injury, creating an explosive narrative that keeps trending. Think about it. The less we know about Clark's actual status, the more room there is for rumors. A tight-lipped medical staff, confused teammates, the Fever clinging to playoff hopes. All of it becomes fuel for online speculation. From she's being protected for marketing reasons to the WNBA doesn't want her back until the finals. None of that is confirmed, but the vacuum creates the storm. The WNBA has never just been about basketball. From its very first season in 1997, the league's identity has been tied to more than what happens between the lines. For some, that's the league's greatest strength. For others, it's a constant flashpoint. And right now, Caitlin Clark is sitting at the center of this storm. Over the years, the WNBA has positioned itself as one of the most openly inclusive sports leagues in the world. Pride nights, rainbow jerseys, social justice campaigns. They're not side projects. They are core marketing strategies. Here's the basketball truth. Groin injuries linger. Bone bruises take weeks to heal. Rushing back a shooter who relies on quick cuts is dangerous. The Fever are already missing Sophie Cunningham, and the last thing they want is a setback for Clark. Doctors say patience. Fans hear secrecy. That disconnect explains the drama. Injuries are normal. Culture wars are not. What makes this story different is how Clark has become a symbol in a league still defining itself. Is the WNBA a safe space for LGBTQ athletes? Absolutely. Is it also a business that desperately needs Clark healthy and on the floor? No question. The tension between those realities and the silence around her status is why this feels bigger than basketball. Every era of sports has its mystery. Jordan's sudden retirements, Serena's injuries that shocked Wimbledon, and now, Caitlin Clark, the biggest star in women's basketball, sidelined by an injury no one seems to understand. Fans are desperate for answers. Teammates sound just as puzzled. And the league? Silent. But this silence has been filled by noise. Noise about Clark's place in the WNBA. Noise about locker room dynamics. Noise about culture wars that have nothing to do with her crossover or her shooting form. Tonight, we separate fact from fiction, to uncover the real mystery of Caitlin Clark's injury and what it says about a league in transition. Professional athletes live by clarity. A torn ACL? You're out 6 to 9 months. A sprained wrist? 2 to 3 weeks. But with Clark, the message has been foggy from the start. Teammates like Sophie Cunningham, herself lost to injury, have expressed frustration at how this season has unraveled. Some insiders whisper that even inside the Fever locker room, people are asking the same questions as fans. When is Caitlin back? What's the real story? And that lack of clarity creates tension. Because when stars go down, the team rallies around a recovery timeline. Here, no one has one. It's not just confusing, it's unsettling. Stay locked in right here for the latest updates, exclusive breakdowns, and insider coverage you won't find anywhere else. I'm your host, and this is WNBA Insiders. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because when the next big moment breaks, you'll want to be the first to know.